What's up, everybody? It is Monday, November 3rd. We got Adam who keeps freezing because he hasn't paid his Wi-Fi bill, but that's cool. And then we got Corey the Caveman Connors. And
Good morning.
Emilio Matos. What's up, guys? How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Awesome, man. Good Halloween, all that stuff. Tons of packaging was handed out. So if you guys are watching from anywhere, let us know where you're watching from. It's always good to see how far and wide this show reaches from Utah to Phoenix and Washington State.
The great Northwest.
Somebody come fix my internet.
Yeah, we need IT.
If you're an IT expert, please call Adam Peak immediately.
Yeah, so what are we covering today? Today we're going to talk about how tariffs are redesigning the grocery shelf and what you can expect to see here in the next 4 or 5 months. And then I've got some packaging samples here that I'd like to share with you. Some cannabis packaging, child safety lock, some pretty cool constructions outside of child safety and outside of weed. But pretty cool stuff that just, I'm cleaning out my office.
Oh, that's always fun.
Yeah. And see how that goes. Before I throw stuff away, I'd like to share it with you. But yeah, what's going on? What's going on, Corey? How you doing?
Life is good, man. I'm just enjoying watching Adam freeze a lot. It's fun to see.
Yeah, Mr. Freeze over there. And then Adam, how you doing, man? Is your Wi-Fi better for real?
I'm sorry, Mom. I'm cleaning out my closet. Sorry, Mama. Never meant to.
Is that a rap lyric? Cleaning out my closet?
Yeah, that's why I threw it out there. See if Adam would catch it hook, line, and
I see.
And sinker. Speaking of sinker, baseball happened.
Oh, MG.
I don't know what happened with that.
Big Dodgers, W.
The Dodgers defeated the Fighting Toronto Brandon Gomez's.
Yeah, what a nail biter. 7 games, incredible.
Is that really a big deal? Are you kidding?
No, it was
serious. Yeah, it was amazing series, back and forth, lots of game-winning home runs, lots of just incredible performances.
We are the best.
Somebody named Will Smith hit a game-winning home run. The Fresh Prince himself.
Pretty multi-talented, that guy.
He went from slapping Chris Rock in the face to hitting a game-winning home run. Just incredible talent. By the way, I turned down the quality of my video, which I don't think impacts anything of my actual video quality since it already sucks.
No, you actually looks better.
Looks great.
Yeah. So anyway, did I freeze? I said, did I freeze yet?
Yeah. Hey, real quick, man. I just want to jump into this article.
Yeah.
I saw this come across my desk, the news desk here, and talking about how tariffs are changing packaging. So one of the things that it's talking about was the cost of metal, steel, aluminum, you name it, coming into the country is going up.
Yeah, glass.
And brands are like, all right, we can either pass the cost of packaging to the customer, right? We're talking like can of beans, can of soup, can of soda, tin of Spam, like all that type of packaging, tins, cans. Or do we just move to a stand-up pouch?
Because that's so light. It's so light in comparison. That's what you're saying? Well,
it's cheap because the metal, you've got tariffs on that stuff coming in, so the cost is going up.
Even raw materials, right?
Specifically raw materials.
Right.
Yeah. So if you're a brand and material costs are going up, you can either pass it along to customers and hope that your competitors do the same, or you've got to be the first one to shift raw materials and packaging format to something that's going to be cheaper, right? Which would be a stand-up pouch in the case of food packaging, where it's shipping flat, it's easy to pack, and then for the customer, they're paying the same.
Right. They don't want to pay the increase, right? And they don't really want to hear about our woes as packaging professionals saying, well, there's all these tariffs and it's costs more no matter what you're making. And it's too much to explain to a customer on a pouch, right?
Yeah. Then you also have that change, right? If you're always used to grabbing a can off the shelf and now you've got a pouch, you've got customers that they're going to be confused, right? So like a pouch of Spam.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a great point, Hugh. Yeah, we're used to the tin, right? The peel back and it pops out of there like a gelatinous cube.
Yeah. So just, it's crazy that is impacting packaging. I know we've talked about it from the beginning that these are things that can happen,
right?
But actually seeing it on shelf, starting to see more pouches everywhere, not just in food.
And those are very difficult to recycle unless you have a store drop-off program, which is great. Those kinds of things, or a ship back program, which some people are doing, which haven't proven to be incredibly effective, but they can work on a small basis. If you have a loyal customer that really cares about recycling, then that can work.
Yeah. And then just looking at Edwin's comment here, at what point in brand development should you consider packaging, and how much does having a bad name affect the success of packaging? So I would start with
question. Right away.
Yeah. At what point in brand development should you consider packaging? Definitely at the beginning, as soon as possible. And that's because different packaging structures communicate your brand differently, right? A stand-up pouch versus a rigid box versus a can.
Yeah.
Each one of those communicates different things to consumers, and what kind of brand are you talking about? If you're doing luxury, would a stand-up pouch make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Probably not. And 9 times out of 10, if you're doing Sour Patch Kids, would a rigid box make sense? Probably not.
If they were premium.
Yeah, even then, I don't know, because then you've got like food safe issues and stuff like that.
Right. Good point.
Yeah.
Is my internet still really terrible?
No, you're good, dude.
It's fine now. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just have been sitting.
You fixed it. No, you fixed it.
I would say packaging is your brand. Like, it's part of the brand. So it's the first thing that people interact with. Physically, that's the first thing they'll interact with. Whenever they're going to interact with your brand, like actually like touch and feel your product, it's the packaging. So it has to be, if it's the first thing they're going to touch, the first thing they're going to experience, it should be one of the first things that you're thinking about. And unfortunately, too many brands pushed off to the side, wait too long, and then you're stuck with whatever somebody has. It's usually some sort of stock packaging.
Mm-hmm.
That somebody can pull off, and it can cost tens, hundreds, thousands of dollars, tens of dollars if you sell Weenus Lube.
Dozens
of dollars. But yeah, that was probably me.
Yeah, we're having technical issues. The tariffs on Wi-Fi are just killing.
Yeah, the Wi-Fi tariffs are pretty rough.
Yeah, and Chris, you're right. Right, like seeing tuna in a pouch is like no big deal now. When you first saw it, you're like, wow, it's kind of,
because it was always in a can. It was known for being in a can. That's right.
Yeah, and you I don't know, you almost feel like you're getting less in a pouch than you do in a can for some reason, even if the numbers are the same.
Because it's heavier. Yeah, you're right. The can itself is heavier, right?
Yeah, where do you get more? If you get 14 ounces of tuna in a can, or you get 14 ounces of feathers in the pouch,
right?
Like, what's the difference?
That's very deep thought.
Yeah, you like that?
Which one has more tuna? The feathers?
I should have included that with my Deep Thoughts series on LinkedIn, but it's no more. It's over.
Oh, RIP.
Yeah. I ended it.
But all right. So with metal packaging,
birdstones.
Where's that going to impact? Where's that going to impact stuff? You've got food, beverage, pets, but also impacts like bottles, right? Because you got metal lids. That's right. I got imported Wi-Fi.
This American Wi-Fi, it's not working.
Yeah,
mine's Canadian, so it works really good.
Yeah, like food, tinned vegetables, like tuna, fish, cat food, pet food. I mean, that's a lot of stuff that people purchase. soup.
Right.
You know,
A lot of beverages are going into aluminum bottles and stuff as well. So we're seeing that with water and going into like rain.
But is that going to go the other way though? I think that's the point of at what point does a commodity, which water is just a commodity,
Mhm.
where the consumer just goes, okay, that was a nice fad, to buy aluminum cans of water, but I'm just going to buy it it's 50 cents or whatever it is in the cheap plastic bottle.
Mhm.
Like it seems as though if tariffs are causing aluminum to go up in price, and so therefore, because the margins are razor thin on that stuff,
Mhm.
usually, now you're going to have to do something different. Because in the case of like Liquid Death, you've seen they've pretty much just pivoted into other beverages. They become a beverage company. They're no longer a death to plastic water company.
Yeah.
They're doing all sorts of, they're even making stick packs
Yeah, well, you gotta make a profit.
of
Right.
plastic. They have to,
Yeah.
because the canned water market, I think, is going to be really difficult. Even like not beer has started to branch out into other products because you just can't stick it out in the water category. I don't think it's sustainable from a business standpoint.
Yeah. Now, and looking at K Moore's comment here, hating all the little bits of tuna and stuff that get trapped in the bottom of a pouch, you feel like you get more product out of a can. That's part of the experience, right? That's part of the downside of changing formats.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I like her picture. That's neat. That's a BMC for those of you not in the corrugated industry.
Notorious.
Yeah, and then you got Kelly Davis. Kim, I don't think you can ever get all the tuna out of those pouch. You can get it out of the can. You just smack that can on your hand, you get all.
We
that
should
tuna
do a
out.
test, and we'll each we'll bring a can next week. We'll try that.
Yeah, this is the content that people stick around for.
It is.
That's right.
They
That's
want
right.
to hear about it.
All right, man. So that's what's happening in tariffs. Let us know in the comments if you guys are dealing with any of this stuff. If you're seeing price hikes happening other places, obviously, from this article, you can check it out on Yahoo Finance. There's it's like a 30% increase is what they've seen over the last 6 months in raw materials. Right, so that rolls all the way out to the final consumer. That does hurt. We've seen paper costs going up as well.
Yeah.
On a similar front, I'm speaking at the Sustainable Packaging Summit in Utrecht next week about glass packaging and how the PPWR is affecting their customers, because one of the stipulations of PPWR is lightweighting. And a lot of their customers don't want to lightweight their glass bottles because that feels more premium when they're heavier.
Yeah, but I think the people really want us to get back to the tuna conversation.
Right. Let's talk more about that.
Maybe
what
one
if
of you
it
guys
was
wanna
in a
reach your
glass
hand
jar?
into the pouch of tuna, pull the tuna out, and then I can take the can and dump it out. See who gets the most.
Should tuna be in glass? That's the question.
But that's all been. It's funny because it's all been design and marketing that have led the consumer to feel that heavier is better.
Right.
When we talk about alcohol, the more expensive the liquid, the thicker the bottom of the glass is,
Right.
which means that you're getting less liquid, but you're paying premium for that, and it's all part of that process. So
feels more stout. Yeah.
Avelio, are you saying that we should blame all of this on the alcohol?
Yeah. That's what
but even with Diageo did the thinnest glass bottle, right? Not only did they make the thinnest glass bottle, they then had to build a huge, beautiful wooden structure around it in order to still communicate premium and delicate, in order to make it make sense.
Yes.
Right. You can do a small glass bottle that's super thin and easy, but it's not going to feel premium unless you build everything around it.
Right.
Well, I had a guy, I can't remember his name now because it was many episodes ago, but they were making wine bottles that that was made out of recycled PET. Functioned the exact same.
Mhm.
It was actually flat, so you could use it for e-commerce a lot easier. So it saved money on e-commerce. Flatter than like a round bottle, right? So it fit into standard thing.
Yeah.
Everything that you would want in a sustainability scorecard. But at the end of the day, it's like, are people going to want to gift a bottle of wine that comes in a recycled plastic bottle?
No.
And I have not seen a whole lot of success with that.
No.
So
I
yeah,
think wine in cans has been a hit because they're so light and it's a smaller serving, nice for hiking or camping.
yeah.
When you're hiking and drinking wine.
I always do that.
We got Daniel saying, I like pouches for camping and back. See, there you go.
See, that's
Right,
what I'm talking about,
and
Daniel.
easier to pack up trash. So that does make sense. Kate Moore coming in with it always seems to me that most brands think of packaging as overhead. Your brands use it as advertising space. Absolutely.
Yes, well said. I like that mindset.
Yeah, no tune in the workplace or on plane. I like to
I
put
agree.
tuna in a microwave at other people's work when I leave.
That's what you do when you visit customers, right?
That's right.
Hey, I
Hey,
brought you
man.
something. You just have to cook it real quick. Yeah.
That'd be a great prospecting thing. Like, go set your business card, like microwave, and then just microwave some tuna, and then leave. Someone's just like, oh. Actually, better yet, put your competitor's business card right there.
There you go.
Yeah.
Who left them?
Yeah.
That's Jim,
Who's
From
the
that
label president? What is that company?
the label queen. No, thank I want the label king.
We got Hugh. Absolutely, it's all marketing's fault.
Definitely. Easy to say that.
Yeah, a can is full. A Santa pouch is partially empty for filling. That does, like, when we go back to the point of it feels like you're getting less. I mean, you got a huge billboard space, and then you've got a small product, and there
Well
it
said, Jim.
doesn't quite feel. What's up, Brandon?
Canadian friend. Good day.
Joining us.
You missed our Canada talk.
Yeah.
We did. We talked about baseball, and I'm so sorry. I was pulling for you because the Dodgers are annoying. So I was cheering for Canada.
Kate Moore, the paper market has been manipulated. That's right. The demand is way down. Liner should be around 800 instead of the current.
I wonder
Fake
if
news, 950.
check out the Ryan Fox's box report with because I think that they've been sort of counterbalancing some of the common misconceptions and I don't know. This isn't my world. I'm not the
Speaking of Ryan Fox.
Uh-oh.
Did he send you you down with OCC?
No.
Oh, dude.
Did he rap?
Oh no, the rap.
Yeah.
It's terrible. It's the worst. We should never air that anywhere. It's a fully AI generated rap song about corrugated.
With you and him? Or
No. It's no person. It's just
it's
a
AI
AI
characters.
rapper with rapping AI lyrics using an AI generated beat. And
I just love that a grown adult man that works at Bloomberg is doing this.
He's having fun, that's for sure.
He is. I don't feel so silly with all the goofy AI stuff I do.
yeah, it's fine, I guess. I guess it's fine. If you want to, destroy the entire planet with carbon.
Whoa, easy, buddy.
It's not really that bad.
No, it's not.
It's not.
No. Hey, I've got some packaging here I want to show you guys.
Oh yeah.
So the team over at
we
show it.
Can we open it?
The team over at Hippo Premium Packaging sent me a bunch of cannabis child lock packaging. I just remember I spent a good year developing cannabis child safety lock packaging, and man, it was fun for a minute, and then it just got like challenging.
It's really hard with paper, for sure.
Yeah, it is. Right. Like this one's pretty cool. Like, this is a drawer. It slides out. You can't pull it out. You've got these two little notches in the back, and if you push them and open, then it slides out. And you got this flap coming down the back that creates this notch that then locks in to the inside of the sleeve, which is kind of cool.
Is that for a vape cartridge or is it for pre-rolls or What goes in
It
it?
could be used for anything. This one's like a cartridge, but it could be used for anything. But like, where else would you want to do some kind of security lock? It doesn't have to be child safety.
Hmm.
Like, would you ever do a lock for fun?
Yeah. Isn't the hardest thing about the child lock stuff though that especially on the medical side for cannabis, oftentimes elderly people are also using the product.
Right.
And so it's like you don't want kids to be able to get in, but sometimes people who maybe have arthritis, like it's a real thing. Like it's a real problem. That I don't know that it's been fully solved for. I know the was it the snap slide? That was
Mhm.
one that was pretty cool.
Was
That was
neat.
child resistant, but also could be used by people with frail hands.
Yeah, but the thing I always go back to is like, it's still paper. You know, you can rip this open and slide it out, and
Right.
you know,
Or cut it with a knife. Right. There are options. Yeah.
Ah!
Just
Just
now, like here's, this is Craft Lockbox, which is kind of cool. They've got a nice little foil emboss treatment going on here. Same thing. It's a slide out. In this case, you have to push the top corner and then it slides out.
Hmm.
So pretty
Yeah,
cool.
that's
And then it locks and stays in place there. But
wait,
again,
hold on.
Question from the audience.
Yeah.
Speaking of foil, and we should talk about Hughes Post with the 3 boxes with the 3 different colors.
We should talk about that. That's really insightful.
That was interesting. It's way more insightful than Avelio playing "Clean Out My Closet." Here's some cool boxes.
so let's see what you got.
Stuff, but it just reminded me. That was a really
how does that happen? I'd like to talk to you guys about how does that happen? How do you get 3 different shades of blue or gray or whatever it was?
like Daniel saying that Grandpa's going to have his grandkid. Can you come open Grandpa's medicine? Grandpa, what is this? Don't you worry about it.
Don't worry about it, kid.
Turn on my Bob Marley and let me leave me alone for a solid hour.
It's the cataracts. That's what it is.
Yeah. Did you find it, Avelio? Or do you want me to
I'm pulling it up here. I had a
Yeah, Hugh, that was a really insightful post. I think that was an important topic in packaging. I used to have a customer that had a packaging hall of shame where they had all different shades of orange going all the way down the hall of all their old packaging they used to run. And they finally brought in a team that said, how do we standardize this and make it so it's all the same color?
Yeah.
Not easy to do.
No. I would even say some of the times, actually most of the time, it's not as necessary as brands make it.
Mm-hmm.
Just because
I mean, if you're Tiffany and you're going for Tiffany blue and that's the deal, that's one thing.
But even Tiffany blue has a fair amount of
like registration option,
just all sorts of different not issues. It's just so what we have. So thanks for posting this, Hugh. So you have like 3 clearly different shades of blue on these 3 boxes, right?
It's a different shade of soul.
Yes. So my wife was wondering why I was rearranging the soap display. Yeah, it was perfect. So Avelio, my question is, can you tell from this, is this a foil stamp or do you think it's printed on a foil board? Probably a foil stamp, right?
Yeah. So I'm looking at like the man bar mini up in the top left. Along the bottom edge, there's a highlight. There's like a little white.
Okay.
And you can kind of see that on this bottom one too. You get a little bit of the white on the corners. That's just gonna be from the depression.
I like it.
Right,
How it looks like stitching. Neat.
Yeah, but it doesn't quite. Yeah, they could do. I think
I like it, Avelio. I can like it.
A little better
I'm
job
allowed to like it.
You are. Absolutely. But yeah, the color difference. And I think even
dramatic.
Texture difference. I think the texture on this 3-pack is different than the texture on the 4-ounce.
It's almost intentional. Do you think it's I mean, that's almost black to almost light blue.
But it's
gray.
the same product.
Yeah. Well, they're different amounts: 10-ounce, 4-ounce.
And there's no reason this would be 4-color process. Like this should
No.
just be a PMS color. And you can see along the edge here, it's white. So it's whiteboard.
Yes.
So you're printing on white, and you can see a crack on the bottom of this top right one that cracks to white.
The
So it's white
foil looks
paper.
consistent, at least.
Yeah, for sure.
So
And
my
the design looks fairly consistent. Yeah.
so my thought is there's a couple of things. Number one is they did a small rebrand, and you're just seeing maybe they're
The
transitioning
old and the new, yeah.
colors to a different color. That could possibly be it. You could also have two different Pantone books that might explain the two other
No,
blues.
no.
That's dramatic.
Have you seen the differences? If somebody has a Pantone book that's 10 years old and they're like, we want you
Yes, but if
this
you're a professional printer, you're not going off of your Pantone book.
Right.
You're
Uh,
ordering a Pantone
bro, hang on.
or you're
we-
mixing a Pantone ink. You're not going off of
This is 2 years ago. I walked into a company,
Mhm.
a print shop that was printing for a lot of pretty large brands,
Mhm.
and they were using typewriters at their desks. All of their equipment was very old. You
Mhm.
could not find a brand new Pantone color, and almost everything was just custom. They would try to custom match stuff, but I'm saying there are printers out there who are not IDP Direct. There are printers out there who are going to use old. They might just use an old Pantone book and be like, well, look, we match the color. They're not using all the sophisticated new tools that are out there.
I think Hugh's right. This is a lack of communication from the customer.
I think this is the co-packer. I think it's the co-packer issue, like Hugh says, right?
Yeah.
So each of these they're purchasing these from different co-packers, and then the co-packer is going to different suppliers.
And I'll
Like-
tell you, there's another thing too. Like I've noticed this already a couple times where we get a Pantone call out and a sample sent to us, right? And so we get the Pantone ink.
A sticker sample. Is that what
Sticker
you're talking
Yeah.
about?
We go to put it on the exact same material, like a paper semi-gloss material.
Yeah.
We get everything dialed in. We look at it and they're off. It's not even close. And so now we are on press, like remixing inks in the Flexo press,
Right.
running things, just trying to get to the color. And then we have to call the customer and say, hey, do you want us to hit the Pantone color? Or do you want us to hit your sample? And they'll say, usually it's the sample, right?
Right.
But now your
That's the
artwork,
default.
nobody has adjusted the artwork. And so the art file then goes and is sent to co-packer A or co-packer B rather. And there's the art file, and then they match the Pantone color because there's no sample that's been provided. And now you have this one Pantone color that had maybe drifted a little bit at one co-man, and now it's at the other co-man, but nobody adjusted the art file internally.
Right.
And now you're going to see
There's
that's
no art file to adjust if it's just one color.
No, but I'm saying if you call it a Pantone color, whatever
Yeah.
it is, and then the printer over time just lets it drift away from that Pantone color. Maybe it's a delta
true.
7 away. That happens.
Yes.
And then you send it to another printer, but your art file still calls out the same Pantone color. It goes to that new printer. The printer's like, great. So they hit the Pantone color, and now you have two colors that look totally different in the market because you've been running over here for 7 or 8 years and just slowly, ever so often drifted a little bit outside away from the Pantone color. That
I will say Hugh's right. These are different substrates. The top left, you've got a folding carton. The top right and the bottom, those are rigid boxes. So that's like a
Yes.
120 GSM paper.
Oh, they are.
Where the folding carton, it's probably like a 350 GSM board. And sometimes that board has a little bit different color. And then you've got on the two on the right, the rigid boxes, you've got a thin paper that's got a gray board behind it. So that gray can show through, at least making things a little duller, a little bit darker, but not this. Like this is
not that big of a difference.
no, this is beyond.
I remember you talking about, Avelio, how colors look different in different parts of the world. I'm thinking that's fantastic to think about that. Like how the sun is different, how, it's incredible. Different lighting, different everything.
Yeah, no, it's nuts. And Carrie, I do agree. This is a good example of showing what
It's really cool.
one color and foil stamp can do in terms of packaging. A couple questions from Kay Moore before we wrap up here. Are they all from the same vendor? That's a good question. Do they all run at the same?
No,
Man.
probably not. Especially if it's a rigid box and a folding carton. And it's done in the U.S. There's not a lot of those facilities.
Great point.
Yeah.
This could be import. You never know. Yep.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
I tagged my friend Eddie Hagen, and because he would say, at the end of the day, this matters to us. It's good content. It does not matter to the consumer at all. They are not actually. There's been 0 studies ever conducted that shows that type of color variation has any negative impact on sales.
Oh, that's a good point from Hugh. If it had a magnet, it's probably an import item, whereas the other 2 boxes could have been made.
Should have bought them from IDP Direct. I'm just saying.
That's right, man. Man Bar, you should have called us.
Man Bar.
Hit up Mantos
That's
Bar.
Adam's nickname.
Adam goes to the Man Bar.
That's the speakeasy I have in my basement. You guys want to come to the Man Bar?
Oh man,
The Blue Oyster. Hey, before we wrap up, dude, I do want to show you this box because I love this box. This is actually from one of my friends over at Sonderegger.
All about you.
It is all about me. Dude, can you see this?
ValeosGarbage.com.
Dude, no. This box, I love this box, and I'll tell you why.
It's a nice.
I'm gonna spotlight myself. Forget you guys.
Oh, that's nice.
All right, so it's a sleeve. You draw this out, but this thing holds, a product. You've got multiple layers on here. That's a little bit higher, a little bit lower than lower. When you flip this puppy around, you can unlatch,
Ooh, that's neat.
and it's like paper
Wow.
doll.
Origami.
Yeah, and it goes like that. So it makes a right corner. You fold these up, and then from here it goes up, and then you come back around. So it's like one giant piece. You fold
Jeez,
it over.
that's
lock
really
it.
neat.
That's obviously put together by a machine. That's an automated process, right?
I am a machine. Did you see how I put that together? Like insane.
I like
No,
thinking about it.
this is not put together by a machine, by the way.
What a disaster that is, and it's like how unscalable that is. It's really cool though, but it's
Is it beautiful?
I saw
AveliosTrash.com.
I saw
Let's go through my garbage.
I saw Nespresso do a product similar to that years ago. So yeah, scalable, absolutely. I mean, you're talking hundreds of thousands of units that this is happening to, and then it's all a matter of how you're folding and putting product in there. Of course, it's going to be a premium. It's not going to be something that's going to be under $1 because you're talking manual labor and assembly.
It seems like they should have printed something fun on that. You know what I mean? Like as you unfold it, it could have been like you've uncovered a secret story or I don't know. It seems like a missed
And that's why
opportunity.
you're not in design.
Yeah.
Corey.
Well, next time we'll do Corey's trash. It's gonna be great.
Dude, I bet you got a ton of cool stuff.
Oh my gosh, I have so much stuff. Yeah.
I don't have anything. I just throw it all out.
That's true. That's true.
All right, guys, we got to wrap this up. Thanks so much, Man Bear Pig. I don't know that. I missed that.
We can talk about splicing tape. Anybody?
Ooh, that's exciting. All right, guys, we'll see you. We'll see you next week.
Splicing
Where did you get that?